Well, let's just get into it. Let's make it quick. Every single tip that I got wrong last week was a team that I like actually follow or give a fuck about, or like either me or my family follow them or someone other than the Suns. I don't know. Bit of a shot in the dark there. Missed that one. That one fucking nowhere near where it needed to be. But we push on. It's all G. Let's do it. Northern Bombers, fucking slop fest. This was a shit game to be at, and the biggest takeaway from the game, other than both of these teams fucking sucking, and not deserving a primetime slot, the telly misses how bad North's defensive structure and effort is. They allow the opposition so much fucking space at all times, and then in the contest, rush into contests so heavily that it crowds the area so bad. No wonder every single handball they put out is into oncoming pressure or to a fucking straight opposition, because you've either got 4 North players about 2 centimeters apart and they're fucking trying to get their handballs out like that, or they're kicking to contests that they're not going to win. They don't play contested footy, so I don't know why they refuse to switch. I don't know why they insist on kicking to the hardest contests on the ground. I don't know. It's a bit of a hope and prayer from North, it just seems. It seems like they have no fucking idea what they're doing. Disappointing performance. Their third quarter was good, sure, but honestly, the comeback is just a testament to how much fucking Essendon are mid as shit and are probably gonna do fucking nothing this year. Congratulations, you took like a hard scrap from North. Like, we're in dire straits here. And the most disappointing aspect of it all is to hear fucking Alistair Clarkson at the end of the game. Once again, gotta stop listening to these. They're bad for your mental health. But him fucking whipping out the, focusing on the positives here and looking at the good development. We're still fucking growing as a club and there's improvement in certain areas. Don't know where those areas are. To say that you're in the contest and you're proud of the comeback. You didn't come back. You didn't fucking win. You got within a point and lost pretty badly. Fuck. I don't know. Frustrating game to watch. Frustrating game for anyone. Neutral fans wouldn't have enjoyed it because it was boring as shit and unskillful as fuck and messy. And fans of either team wouldn't have liked it. We were there. Half the crowd wasn't angry at each other or hyped up at each other. Half the fucking time the crowd was booing their own team, or not booing, but just being like, what the fuck is going on? What is happening? Dire straits. Very dire straits. Moving on. The Saints and Freo. Let's go. We're a big Ross the boss. Ross ain't cuddly. He ain't cuddly. He's tough, lad. I fuck with Ross Lyon so much. I'm happy the Saints got enough and about, and I'm glad I predicted it. Saints can't play in Melbourne. I mean, fucking Freo can't play in Melbourne. Saints played pretty decent in Melbourne, you know? I don't know. No, like, they just can't. It looked so shit. They looked horrible. Like, record-breaking bad performances from Freo. So, fucking Jonglon Myers, out of there. Out of there. Shout out Alex Pearce, Free Palestine. Fuck. Dogs and Port. Dogs top 4. That's it. Dogs are officially a top 4 side. They guaranteed. Fucking teed. If they get, like, Cody Waitman back and he's firing, that team is going to be fucking unstoppable, man. Such a unimpressive forward line on paper. Unimpressive is the wrong word, but like maybe underdone a little bit. They just have such depth of ability to score from everywhere in the ground. Port, what the fuck's going on? The wheels are off that boat. There's problems. It's so fucking hit and miss. You can't keep going and getting pumped by like nearly 100 points twice a fucking month or once a month, however, twice a year so far, and then expect to be playing finals and then whip out like great performances against other teams. It's just fucking hit and miss. It's sloppy. There's something's not gelling. Something's not meshing. And I don't know. Stop fucking running your best players off halfback. Connor Rozee works at halfback. I like seeing him there. North, get Harry Cheezel off halfback. Why is fucking Alistair Clarkson in the interview saying, we'd love to get him on the ball. He's pretty hard to get in score involvements from halfback. Take him off the fucking halfback then. What the fuck are we doing? Blues in Adelaide. Why did I trust the Blues? What am I doing? I love me missus. I love it. Holy fuck, her team's pretty fucking shit. And I'm allowed to say that because my team's pretty fucking shit. I don't know, Carlton fucking Schmalton, Carlton Fulton, Carlton Fulton. It's fucking bad. It's bad. It was a long shot to see them beat Adelaide at Adelaide. I get that. I was disappointed with the performance. It was like underwhelming as fuck. Again, the Blues, are they fully fucking off the rails? Maybe not. It's just a bad loss to an alright hitty miss side like Adelaide, who were probably in the mix this year, more so than Carlton. So to beat them at home would have been a huge fucking effort. But regardless, it just would have been nice to see. It would have been fucking wicked to see, and we didn't see it. We saw the opposite. We saw sloppy Carlton, holes like fucking all over, just unimpressive, uninspiring, a boring, grim look going forward into the future. Eagles of Melbourne. fucking West Coast is pretty shit, eh? No one likes seeing a concussion, but that wasn't a push for McGovern. Like, I don't even know if it's a free kick. It was fully in the contest. I hope fucking whatever his name is doesn't go for that, doesn't deserve it. There's nothing to say about this game. It was boring. It was on at the exact same time as the most best game that's probably happened all year, so no one fucking watched it. It was cool that like West Coast sort of they got up around the halftime area and like fought back pretty well, and then Melbourne just blew them out of the fucking water. West Coast looked like dog shit. North will beat West Coast. That's a guaranteed. That Pats and pies. Paddy Painter peeled and pie. Collingwood and Geelong. Paddy Dangerfield just at halftime decided, you know what? I'm gonna put the fucking game on my shoulders and I'm gonna win it for us. It was just a very fucking crazy bashing like performance from him. Just violent, brutal, blood and guts. Just fucking, I don't know. That's exactly what you want to see from someone like Paddy Dangerfield, who you want to like lift your team through their effort and their involvement and their physicality. He was barging through people. It was fucking crazy to watch. Geelong played a fucking pretty great game. Collingwood played a pretty great game. It was just a great game the entire fucking time. And right at the end, looked like it was blown out a little bit. 3 goals, no way they can do it. No way. Unless, if you haven't watched a game of footy ever, watch this one. And that last quarter, like that last 10 minutes of play, that sells you. It gets your heart back invested in this shithouse sport. Doesn't matter how fucking horrible all the teams I love are doing. Other than Collingwood, go to pies. You know, when there's efforts like that going on, it's a good thing to see. It was just a great watch. Unfortunate that we didn't get the perfect storybook ending of fucking Jack Crisp in his record-breaking game, kicking the winning goal after record-breaking shit. The Bobby run-down tackle, free Bobby. That was yes, it slipped below the knees, but I think that's holding the ball. Started up high, slipped below, but I don't know. The rundown, it's something. It should have been a thing. I found it very funny that after the game, fucking Bailey Smith, Mark Blitzarves, and fucking the coach of Geelong, fucking Chris Scott, all said that they thought Bobby was pretty stiffed on that tackle. Yeah, I don't know. Just a ripping classic fucking ending of the game of footy. And like Collingwood, you know, Craig McRae said something at the end of it. Even in the way that they lost like winners. They got all around Crisp at the end of it. Like, it would have been fucking amazing and perfect if he kicked the winning goal after the siren and the fucking unbelievable feat to do whatever. The footy gods said no. And yeah, the way that they got around him at the end of the game, it does show that like they're there as a group more so than like the 4 points mattering in particular. And they got around him in the moment that he needed it. He's a very mature, composed bloke. It was, you know, sad moment, but just an emotional moment more so than necessarily negative. And like, I don't think a loss like this does anything towards your chances at a premiership or anything like that. It's a very valiant loss. Respect to the Pies. Giants to Sydney, we're fucking washed. We're washed as fuck, yo. What the fuck? It's weird. We get into patches of like looking good and getting back to that. Oh, I'm sitting there going, fucking, this is it. We're getting our brand back. And then Toby Green misses a goal, or someone drops a fucking mark, or gets turned over from a sloppy handball. Whitfield kicks it directly to a fucking opponent, and it just turns to shit. It's not even ducking our heads. We just lose belief. We lose like the fucking drive to make it happen. We're relying on luck and a fucking right place, right time, instead of forcing these situations, which we used to do in that sort of prime era of this brand that we're trying to like bring forward, because our skill is there. Our list is there. We're not missing too much. We're missing a couple players up and down the ground that would help. Definitely. I think our midfield is not underdone, but is showing weakness in areas where I don't think we have like an immediate fix. It's going to take a lot to fix the areas of weakness in that middle area. Like Briggs is playing pretty dog shit, and he's injured as fuck. Like, he's bashed up and he's coming back sore, and you can tell he's sore. Toby Bedford getting taken out at halftime with the fucking clothesline of the century. That's hard. That hurts. You know, we were obviously doing a lot better with him on. He was playing a great role. And having to bring Stringer out early as the sub, you know, fuck Jake Stringer. Sorry, God. I'm still hoping that it all goes well, but you're still not in good graces yet. But him coming out as the sub, I think works. I think that's the best way to utilize him, sort of giving him towards the end of the game, chuck him on as like that brute brunt, get a bit of fucking like bulliness going on in our forward half towards the end of the game to put on a bit more late forward pressure, especially if it's not working cleanly at the start of the game. But just being forced to put him on early and losing Bedford definitely was a factor. Overall, Sydney was just the better team on the day. Throughout all 4 quarters, pretty much. Maybe the second we dominated. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's a bad spot to be in, but I'm just glad that it's happening at a time of year when we have enough time to come back, have enough time to fucking build and refocus and get sort of into the swing of things when it matters. And Sydney, it's good, I guess, that they're falling a bit out of their slump because they had been in a pretty shit spot as well. But yeah, we're now in that shit spot. So I know which one I'd rather have there, but you can't win them all, I guess. So it's not the worst result. It's just fucking disappointing to see, and it hurts so many weeks in a row, just taking blow after blow of winnable games that we've lost in pretty fucking dog shitty ways, like pretty piss poor, pretty failing sort of ways. But Hawks and Tigers, yeah. It's gonna happen, Tigers. Yeah, it happened. It's just, I don't know, this was boring as fuck, this game. This is like one where you don't watch. You fall asleep and it's fine. And then the Q Clash. The Suns just aren't there yet. They're just not up to the scratch of the Brisbane Lions. Unfortunately, I hate the Lions. And I, like a lot of what's going on at Gold Coast. Well, not a lot, but I like a fair bit of it. I was really pumped when the Tigers beat the Suns, but much less so when the Lions did, which I don't know what that says about me and my validity of opinions. But yeah, it's just, a bit of like the big brother thing. The Lions are still dominant. As much as I wish they weren't, they are probably in the fucking top 4 mix right now and will be throughout the rest of the season. Yeah, they just schooled them pretty much in every way. It's a shame to see. Boring Q Clash, not like as fucking pumping and thrilling as I thought it would be, but give something Gold Coast something to build on and grow from at least. They're still doing better than last year so far, so, so far so good. Anyway, on to the tips for the week. We have Freo and Collingwood at Optus Stadium. Now, Collingwood's resting half their fucking list because their list is old as shit, and Freo, it's kind of, I don't remember who was saying it, but it's a bit of a lose-lose game for them because if they win, it's going to look like, Collingwood's list, they're resting half of them. Collingwood was missing half their fucking vet players. So if they win, yes, they should have won. But if they lose, then it says something really bad about them. And, I just, like, the rebound's real. They play so much better over in Freo than in Victoria. I still don't see them winning. I see the Pies scraping it out by like 9 points, a tight margin. I'm not going to give it a blowout because they're missing a lot of players who, like, Pendlebury is massive and it could get ugly for the Pies. It could get to like, if Freo like get up in their stride, it could be like a 30-40 point win to Freo. But I just don't see them letting it do it. I just don't see it letting it happen. What the fuck? I just don't see Collingwood letting that happen. It's a bit of just a heart thing rather than brain thing. Freo probably are more positioned to win this game, but I just, again, got no faith in them, and they haven't shown something to give me a lot of faith. So you got to go with what you're given. Carlton and the Saints at the MCG. I'm going Carlton on this, and it's probably dumb and probably like a fucking stupid decision, but stemming from the fact that there's no bull in the centre at St Kilda, and I think a bull like Paddy Cripps and his dynamic with Walsh kind of tears them apart a little bit in the midfield. Defensively, Carlton have got a lot going for them. So does St Kilda. Maybe that speaks to Saints getting up and about. Who knows? I feel like this is a pretty big coin flip kind of game. It just depends on which teams rock up on the day. Like, are we getting the aggressive, good, fucking team linked up Carlton, or are we getting disjointed, everyone fucking slow, boring shit? And the exact same can be said about the Saints. So it's a bit of a 50-50. I'm just leaning towards Carlton. I think there's enough in this one to where the Blues will be pumped to win it. This is a fucking make or break game after last week. And if Saints lose this one, it's not a make or break game for them necessarily. The Tom De Koning fucking dynamic is interesting, but there's not too much to say about this one. I think it'll be a fun game of footy to watch, good charity match, but this isn't the one that I'm drooling for over the weekend, so to speak. Speaking of not drooling for games, Hawks and Melbourne, this is gonna suck. Hawks got pretty lucky with their fixture here. They're just gonna fucking fly through Melbourne, I think. I don't actually, I just actually don't see a way that Melbourne wins this, like, at all. Even if they're up and about and they're on, I think Hawthorn's up and about, or Hawthorn's like average is better than Melbourne's like fucking peak at the moment, especially with all the other shit going on at Melbourne, the fucking off-field stuff. Clayton Oliver, shitty Scundies needs to get out. I don't know. Fucking Hawks by like 50 points. Probably their biggest win out of the 3, to be honest. I think Melbourne, they sort of roll over and die a bit more than like the Tigers do. A bit more than fucking they were able to put down at the West Coast. So fuck knows, but yeah. Hopefully Hawthorn get their accuracy up. That's something that has been hurting them, especially towards like the beginning of games. So that could be a factor, but no, I see the Hawks smashing. Sydney and Essendon at Marvel. I'm going to go the Swans. They returned to a little bit of form last week against us, but again, we were pretty shit. But it's more so what Essendon put out last week. That was dog shit. They managed to win against North, sure, but it was fucking horrible performance. And if it was any other team on that day, if it was Richmond on that fucking day, Richmond would have pumped fucking Essendon. So yeah, I'm going with the Swans with that one. I'm pretty confident, but not too confident on a huge margin. Just a good tough win for them. Probably a scrappy game, but I don't see it being a clean, excellent one. Could be blowout. I don't fucking know. Swans by 24-ish. Dogs and the Suns in... Is that fucking Darwin? TIO. I don't know where that is. It's not in fucking Gold Coast. Look, I've got the Dogs down, but the weather is definitely a factor here. If it's a steaming hot day, then the Suns are going to probably run over them. Although, what time is it? Is that night? Although if it's up in the NT, that's not making too much of a difference. I don't know. The weather is a thing here. Like, Suns play hot weather much better, and their legs just last longer. The way that the Dogs are playing relies on a lot of intense physical contest-based footy, so that wears you off pretty quick, especially in the heat. If you're not used to the heat, where another team has the legs to sort of break the game open a bit. The Suns could definitely get up and about, and it could get pretty ugly if the Dogs do lose. But I got so much hype on the Dogs right now. I can't not tip them because I'd feel stupid if they were to pull it out. On my prediction, and on my true feeling here, that the Dogs are going far into this fucking season for real. So I got to kind of lean towards them here. But again, this is a real coin flip. This is probably the one I'm probably most excited out of this for good quality. This will be the best quality game of the round, I reckon. And that's my tip. Although we do have the showdown right after that, or at the same time as that, a little bit after, at 8:10. Fuck these times, lad. Port or Adelaide. I'm going Adelaide. I have Port selected on this and I'm changing it. Yeah, Port, it's too much shit. I think that Adelaide just managed to scrape this one out with a bit more polish and a bit more team cohesion maybe at the moment. A bit more physical pressure from the Crows, I feel like, than from Port. I don't know. But again, these games go either way. It's a bit like the derbies. They can go either way because there's so much emotion and so much riling up shit going on. It'll be a cracking game either way regardless, but I'm just leaning towards the Crows. I think Rankin, he's been in impeccable form. Rochelle's been in good form. Benny Keys, he might go. He's going to stand up. And I hope Willie doesn't try and kill anyone after the game or set up a hit. Who knows? The Tigers and the Eagles at the MCG. The Tigers get their third biggest win for the season. I see them fucking blowing West Coast out of the water. They have to. They just have to. I need them to take everything to the Eagles. Just fucking bring it to them. I want physicality. I want pressure. I want scraps. I want Harley Reid fighting everyone under that lad's skin. I want this to be a bloodbath. I don't really even care who wins. I want the Tigers to win. I think they definitely get up, and I'm expecting a big margin, to be honest. I really am. This will be a fun, sloppy shit watch. This is so much better. This is the North Essendon game of last week. Put this in prime time. If we're gonna watch slop, give me some entertaining slop. The Giants versus the Cats. For the first time this year, I'm stepping down off the mantle. I'm not tipping the Giants. We're gonna lose. That's okay. This game, I feel we have a really good record at Geelong. We could pull it out, and that would be fucking great, and I hope we do. But I just can't tip us in this. I think that Geelong have such good form at the moment. We have such bad form at the moment. This is going to be a wake-up call game for us. I feel us being competitive, definitely. If we're not, that's a massive fucking wake-up, but I feel like we are competitive through the majority of this game. The Cats are just going to be too strong, is the way that I'm sort of looking at it. Of course, it just depends. It really does depend. We do have good form at that oval. We can lift and then fucking re-spark the season mojo or morale right now. Who knows? That could be the case, but to be honest, I'm just tipping with my head here. I've got to go Geelong. But I think this again will be a pretty fucking competitive, high intensity, great game to watch. And then a game that won't be high intensity, won't be a good watch, is the last game of the round, North versus the Lions at fucking Ninja Stadium. Charlie Cameron pulls out some ninja moves and does fucking 800 speckies on every single player on the field. North are going to get fucking obliterated. Who knows? They could pull out an upset victory. What a good joke that was. What a fucking funny cunt I am. Fucking, they're getting pumped. And it's a shame. It's gonna be a shit show. Either way. It's either a shit show in that they are competitive and we look at Brisbane like, ooh, that was pretty fucking stiff. You probably should have got that done easier. Or North get blown out and Clarkson again fucking goes on a excuse roller coaster of saying, well, Brisbane, they were the premiers last year. They were a very good team. And we get another, we're growing, we're fucking in development phases and we're on the right track. You're never on the right track. You're just fucking be heading off a cliff. cliff. But I think that's it. I think I'm donezo. Super quick, UFC 315. Don't give a fuck about many of the fights on this one. Go Aldo, he's gonna win, surely. And JDM gets Bilal fucking bush-led. And then we have Makachev go up. That's the predictions. I don't really give a fuck about this card that much, but let's go JDM, Aussie can. Yeah.